This is Mark Hilliard from Beyond 20. Today I'm going to talk about a very specific expression that we use very frequently within Cherwell called the aggregate expression. It uses relationships to help us to count or total or average something with related objects. Where is this useful? Initially, you may say, I want to know how many tasks there are associated with the incident that I am on, or how many approvals does my change currently have. And the way you can do that is by counting the number of records that are related, and that's what we use aggregate expressions for. You can also use it for things like rolling time up. For projects and changes and even incidents, perhaps you want to track the amount of time spent on tasks and then roll all that time together and total it up on the main object, the incident or the change object or the project object, so you can see how much time is being spent overall on a specific ticket or change. As you can see, I'm currently in a blueprint, but you could do this just as easily from the client and create a new expression for yourself. I'm going to do it here in the Expressions Manager. What I'll do is go into my own folder here, and I will go ahead and create a new expression. We're going to use the aggregate expression. We're going to just call this my new expression. And what you'll see here is you'll see the relationship, all the available relationships between incident and other objects. So incidents link configuration items, other incidents, approvals, journals, service level management history, which are also journals, tasks, and then major incident links between them and their linked similar incidents. What I'm going to go ahead and use is tasks today. And what you can say is, then we choose our function. Our function by default is count, but as you can see, I can also use total, I can use average, and I can use both a max and min amount. Count simply counts the number of records. Total, average, maximum, minimum are going to be used against specific numeric fields. So if I wanted to say total, the amount of time spent on all my tasks, I could do that, and I could take the total, I could take the result of that expression and plug it into a label or plug it into another field that I might use on the incident itself. Similarly, if I wanted to average, see how much average time each task is taking, I could do something like that as well. Maximum and minimum do exactly what they sound like. This will give me back the maximum amount of time spent on any individual task. So if I have 6 tasks, whichever one had the most amount of time, I'll get that amount of time back from the task. You'll also see at the bottom here, we can limit which records we're going to use to count by another expression. So let's just say, for instance, I want a count of open tasks. So I simply put in here, I only want to count tasks where the status is not closed. And this will give me back a count of tasks associated with the incident that are not in fact in a closed status. I could use any number of expressions, both simple and complex, to narrow what I use for this function. Same thing with timekeeping. Perhaps I do not want to track time that is logged by a specific team. I could do that. Tasks owned by this team, we're going to exclude those from our totals or from our averages. So the aggregate expression can be used in a lot of various ways when you're trying to get information from related tickets or related records inside of Cherwell. You can also use it to drive things. For instance, when the count of open tasks reaches 0, do something else. Notify the owner of the change or the owner of the incident that we don't have any more open tasks. You can now proceed with either closing or disposing of this ticket if you have that sort of policy or rule in place. I hope this has been helpful, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at www.beyond20.com, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Beyond 20 LLC. Thank you.